If you have to explain why you deserve the room, you've actually already lost the room. People don't announce, leaders don't announce their value. They don't lead with a resume. They don't lead with being loud. What actually leads is the wins that they already have within the business because they were extremely visible. Now, here's the piece I need you to understand, which most people don't get. You are not curious enough in order to be visible. You're invisible because you're not curious enough to look up from your desk and know and understand the power players or the decision makers or have a strategy within your leadership. So here's what I mean. Curiosity is a fundamental requirement for executive presence. When you are not curious, you do not ask specific questions. When you're not curious, you don't have perception. When you're not curious, you cannot read the room. When you're not curious, you are not wondering how you want someone to experience you. Keep in mind, it's not about the work you do, it is about how they experience the work that you do. As a side note, if you're not curious about the room is not curious about you. Keep in mind, you will be used for a tool and tools can be replaced. So now in your leadership, I don't care where you are in your leadership, you've hit the ceiling because you've traded strategic curiosity for operational safety. Since you remain safe, that means that you have allowed other opportunities to pass you by. You are afraid to go against the grain and asking, why are we doing this? Not how do I do this? Because if you understand the why, then you'll get the how. So it's not about how you do it. It is about why we're doing it. You are playing a defensive game in an offensive league. You aren't invisible because you don't have the skills. You're invisible because you refuse to gain perception, and that perception is through curiosity. Imagine walking into a room and instead of you reporting data, you're asking questions that adjust the complete trajectory of your leadership and or the department or the company. When working with me, we re-engineer your leadership identity so that your executive presence, so that your curiosity, so that the questions that you ask all land. Your curiosity becomes the weapon in that boardroom. So instead of you being the person who answers the questions, you're the person who begins to shape the conversation. You frame that conversation. You move back into the room and start being the head of the table. You need to be coached by someone who's been in corporate America at minimum 30 years and knows exactly how to frame those conversations, what to look for in the gatekeepers, and how you're going to move forward. This is what I talk about on March 28th. I have a one-to-one executive audit left this week specifically for you right here at DanieSheldon.net. Don't get waitlisted. I'll see you in class. Happy leading.